right. Well, we're live. I'm guessing. I'm going to go with yes. And we're back with some BX, Basic Expert Dungeons and Dragons, going old school. We continue to play through one of the original BX modules, B4, The Lost City. Although it is not an exact running of this module, as I am kind of putting it into an ongoing campaign that we're playing. So I'm making some modifications, and I don't like reading much. So there we go. I do that in my day job. Reading, it's horrible. Richard, who you got tonight?
Hi there, I'm Richard, and I could be playing Starfield right now, but instead I'm here with my friends playing this fun game.
What? You're right. Let's just stop the stream now and let's all go play Starfield, because no, screw you, because I've got a Mac and it doesn't run on my computer. So we're playing this. Go ahead.
Well, I don't even know what that is. So,
well,
it's a game made by Bethesda. You know the Fallout Dad?
I do know.
You know, with your Pac-Mans and your Tetrises back in your day.
Your digital watches and your Dan Fogelberg.
Your goddamn telegrams, whatever the fuck them am. You goddamn young people. I remember when I grew up in the 1800s. We had to pull stuff by horse.
And we were grateful.
Yes, and we loved to drink ourselves to death. It was the best fucking thing you could ever do.
It's a lie.
Well, I don't have a horse, nor can I drink myself to death here.
So. Never grateful. Anyway, Richard, continue.
I will just be the halfling, known as Scribbleshanks.
Definitely not the thief.
Definitely no. Wait, name one thing he has stolen apart from your hearts.
Well, and the whole thing that started this, the rod that you stole, but you know.
Look, you're the GM. You don't count if you remember things. One of the players, name one thing I stole.
Well, they all failed the rules. So they don't know that you've been stealing from them.
Well,
wait, did I say that?
No, you didn't.
Jameis, who do you got?
Oh, I'm an elf. I'm a priest. I live a light and carry my home.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah.
Jenkins. Or Constantine, tell us about Jenkins.
Well, I'm the local country boy. I have one brain cell that hits and goes around my brain like a drunken bull.
And technically, you're now a single-celled organism anyway, and so it's just one big brain cell, so you should be happy.
No, I have none.
Bill, what do you got?
Hey everybody, I'm Bill. I am playing Radnor the Large. I have been playing since this same character since the second episode of this campaign, many moons ago. And I am a 9th level magic user, and I'm also very large.
Well, you've been playing this character for this long, but this is at least the third body this character's had. So
yes, technically it's the first though. Isn't this my old body that I got back?
They had to magically recreate that body.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then why am I still so heavy?
Well, because I mean.
All right.
Gotta carry all that magic around.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. That's where Radnar carries all of his personality, his gut.
Got a lot of it.
All right. So last time we played, you guys had basically cleared out the 4th level, which was like the burial level. Apparently, it was a crypt of some sort. Fought some undead, found some treasure. All in all, it was fairly meh level. You know, you've been through so much undead these days. It's just all it's like, oh look, another thing that should be dead. Oh, what will we ever do? Give me your loot. That's it. Yeah, that's all this was. So it was a necropolis. A lot of their both commoners and their kings and everything in between were buried here, apparently, in the dim pass. So below you, you are at the base of the pyramid. So the 5th level. It's the last one that you can see, although you know that it extends further down, and there should be a city below this pyramid somewhere. So yeah, you guys rested up. So everybody is at full health. Spells all rememorized. And
So, are we on a new level now, or are we still on the old level?
well, there's one more level down that you can explore, and somewhere below this level, which how to get there is not incredibly apparent just yet. But you are one level above the lowest level, so you have the base level of the pyramid to explore.
Meta question, just for that map, is that for the next level, or is that
It's for the next level. You want to see the one?
Okay, I go down to that level, and I kick the door in and get on with it.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of exiting the main entrance to this pyramid, and then just going down the steps to the next level. The other thing that you see, since you're now at the ground level, you can look up. The pyramid itself is in like a great. You're still underground. It's like a large, I don't know what you call it, a chasm, a large void beneath the surface, and the pyramid's kind of trapped in here below it. It does kind of looking at the damage and the rubble around you, that the pyramid probably once was above ground, and it fell. An earthquake, perhaps this void opened up and it fell from above and just got sealed over for long ago.
But gamers don't look up. That's why Galen keeps getting attacked from above.
But this space that it fell into, there's really not much else. Like there's 30, 40 feet around the base of the pyramid that you can kind of see. If you want to explore a little, there's a lot of rubble. A lot of it's been here a while, enough so that you've got lichen growing on areas of it. It's been well worn from what motion of air there has been. But there's no, other than small like cracks that you can feel air flowing through here and there. There's no other way out of here. It seems like the pyramid at some point just fell into this big void, got sealed over, and there's just nothing else here. So the last thing to explore, the last level of the pyramid. And yes, Jameis, that is the door there that you can kick in and start exploring.
I kick it in and start exploring.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the door as if it says "Do not enter." Or
no, actually, there's honestly not a door there. He kicks the air. Yeah, so it's just, again, it's just some steps going open into this big open area. It's a large room. It looks like it might have been a place of worship at some point. Each side of the broad center aisle are rows of high-backed benches. There are narrow aisles along the walls run past very ornate mosaics. There's 2 small fountains set into the wall. And just a second here. Make sure I've got the right. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, so it has a high arch ceiling supported by double rows of pillars, and that's kind of what you see on the map there. Those are pillars kind of holding up the arched ceiling. And it looks like each pillar is a carved representation of some person, a very noble bearing. Perhaps it is their lineage of kings and queens.
Okay, we don't know who these people are, so
I mean,
are the fountains working, or are they not all dried up?
Give me just a second here. Let me look at something. Yeah, and then at the very end, there's just a long corridor that continues on just into the darkness. Now, what was your question, Jameis? Sorry.
Are the fountains working?
They are not. No.
Okay.
Do we recognize anybody who's holding up the pillar, seeing as we've just come from the burial area?
Well, if you want to look around, Scrimbleshanks, you did find the pillar that kind of. So you found the last king and queen, you're guessing, that were buried in the necropolis that you just came down from. So you do recognize their visages on the furthest pillars.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Maybe these are kings and queens supporting their people. Well, not supporting their people. I don't know. I mean, they're supporting their own burial chamber. Somehow they were holding up their own death. I don't know. I mean, they were undead, so that does track. I don't know.
Yeah, so And then the walls all the way around this chamber, there's mosaics that are, made with little bits of stone, presenting some kind of scenery that seems to go in panels from one to the next that seem to be relaying some sort of history, very pictographically.
Well, it's storytelling. I'm interested in storytelling. So, what have we got?
Okay. Where do you start? So, like, they start here on the map. They start. Wait, hold on. Why can't I click? Let me click, damn you. Yeah, so they start. I mean, they're on each of the walls, and it kind of looks like this is the starting point here, and they kind of wrap all the way around the room.
I mean, yeah, try to find the oldest one and work from there.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Okay.
I guess the most faded, if.
Yeah, it's a stone mosaic, so I mean they've lasted better than most things would, but the pigments are a little less bright on these. And it's a tribe of squat, heavy-browed humanoids wielding crude stone weapons, seem to be worshiping a lizard-headed god in the first tile.
Were we told that the other person was lizard-headed? The whatever he was.
Oh yes,
person
the
we're
the
going- I
evil
forgot.
god of sorts. Yeah, it's supposed to be part lizard, part octopoidal thing.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll look for the emergence of tentacles in the next panel.
Mm-hmm. So the lizard-headed god in this first panel, though, has not got those tentacles. It's actually just the kind of the head of like a large lizard on like humanoid shoulders, and then it's just kind of truncated. You can't see the rest of it, but definitely no tentacles. It doesn't fit
mean, the
representation.
Maybe it's inbreeding which brings the tentacles, but I don't. I'll find out.
It gets busy with a bunch of octopuses first. Yeah. No, the next one is a large band of tall, black-haired people battling the humanoids and taking over their hunting grounds. So you've got more human-looking folks, although looking at the scale of things, they're halfling size, but not halfling dimension. So like halflings tend to be a little stouter for their size, not dwarf stout, but a little thicker. These just look like short humans.
Oh, we were told about the
Yeah.
big halfling, so maybe. Or maybe they're just not very good at painting or mosaicing. I don't know.
They have not learned perspective yet.
Yeah.
That's it. Next one is a village rises over the scene of the battle. In the arid lands around the village are fields of grains and vast herds of cattle and sheep. Very idyllic setting. The next one is a great leader arises in a time of need and then gathers the villagers into an army that destroys an army of snake-headed humanoids. Different than the reptile god from the first panel. These have like very snaky-like necks.
Okay.
The next panel, the victorious leader is crowned king. And then the stone city is built on the site where the villages stood in the next one. And then the next scene is just a scenes of splendor at the kingdom at the height of its domain with lush gardens and large promenades and filled with people and mercantilism going on. The next one is showing the birth to who you assume is the current king and queen there, as they're wearing the headdresses that maybe would tell you that, and they have a newborn child in their arms. The next one's interesting. This one's about halfway around, so it's at the left side of the corridor on the other end. So it's about you've come halfway around, and this one is the Great Pyramid that you're in is being built. You can see
these are like tapestries.
They're mosaics. They're made of like little bits of flecks of stone put together to make an image.
Is it just in here, or is it just us in here?
Just you guys in here, yeah.
I'm gonna draw a mustache on the king.
He looks better with a little bit of hair on him.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is interesting. The next one shows those same engineers and diggers are digging beneath the pyramid, and they show them puzzling over something they've uncovered, which is the foundations of an even older temple that's beneath the pyramid that they've found or are creating. The next one is a scene of a promenade as the death of the king and the queen, and they're being buried, being taken to the fourth level of the pyramid, the level right above you guys. The next one is showing worship. It looks like the people have splintered. They're worshiping many different gods. And now you're seeing the gods that the splintered groups from a couple levels above were worshiping, the worshippers of God, the worshippers of Usumagari, Madras. And then you see now the humanoid with the many tentacled head. Is being worshipped as well, but he looks like he's being worshipped on an even footing with the rest of them at this point.
And even footing with the rest of the gods.
Mm-hmm.
No. All right. Okay.
Right. So, like, he's not like shown as being a particularly dark or evil one. The mosaic doesn't cast him in like an evil light. He seems to be on an equal footing with the rest of the gods.
Okay.
The next one is showing just life of the city, but now all the inhabitants are going around with masks on, and this is the first time this appears in the tapestries.
Do they look like the masks up above?
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Oh well, not when you say up above.
Sorry, I mean in the above the ground.
Right? No, they don't.
What I mean. No, okay, so they're
They
not
look like the
masks
masks
of the masked
that the other worshippers were wearing above that you met.
Right. Okay.
The golden mask, the child mask, the woman warrior mask, those masks.
Right. Okay.
The next to last mosaic is showing the society meeting a barbaric golden-haired people who are much larger and taller and more sturdily built looking. And the next one is not a mosaic at all. The mosaic has been destroyed, splashed with black. Maybe it's tar. And someone has just put a crude painting here showing those golden-haired barbaric invaders just looting and killing the people of the town. It looks like there is room for one more.
These golden human, are those, is that the other PC party that came and tried to defeat the god?
Maybe they're taller. They look like human size in comparison to these shorter people. And as I was saying, to finish it, there's one more spot on the wall that could have held a picture, but it is just blank.
Well, this is interesting.
They knew how long their history was going to be.
I mean, maybe we could fill in our history, us here. That might be what it might be. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting that there was another thing beneath the pyramid as well. That means there's another layer below as well.
They found, they found another like religious site. It was what it kind of like. It looked like a temple beneath the pyramid they built.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I mean, the city is at the top, and then we've got the pyramid, and then we've got a temple underneath that as well. And then maybe there's something else below, or maybe there's something above the original city at the top, the city of shapeshifters. How far down does this go?
You know, I'm going to make one contribution to this. I don't know what's happening, and neither does Jenkins. He's not smart enough. But I have one contribution to the conversation. I like sponges. That's it.
Well, we'll look out for a sponge for you when we get to the marketplace.
Yep. And with my description, I added the description on what is past the long hallway at the end. So I just highlighted it on the screen. It's the next room that has all the benches that are lined up in what looks like a chapel.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else we can do in this room of mosaics. I mean, we could destroy the mosaics or paint mustaches on them, as Radnor wants to do there. Aside from that, I say we just go on. It's interesting to know the history, but I don't know what we could do with this information right now.
Yeah.
On the last panel, right, Scrimbleshanks was here, and then move on.
Graffiti.
I mean, they wouldn't understand it anyway. It's not in their language. I can't talk to them. So yeah. Onwards
Okay.
to the next room.
Yeah, so the next room is the one that looks like a chapel. And at the very end of this room, there are 3 toppled statues. And these statues resemble the ones that you saw at the very top of the pyramid when you first came in.
I was going to say,
they've
they
all
resemble
been-
the gods on the mosaic as well.
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah, just double checking. I know what's going on. Cool.
So as you come in, though, there are 2 people that are going through the toppled statues at the very end. So this is a fair distance. You're coming in through the long hallway, and you see this. They just seem to be kind of just sitting on some of the statues and just talking to one another. They're wearing very brightly colored clothing. And they have bronze fox masks. You've not seen fox masks before. They both have very red hair as well. And there is kind of a familiar resemblance between them. They're both sleight of frame. They both have the same red hair. One is male, one is female.
All right, nobody else is. Anybody doing anything? I was expecting Radnor to immediately go fireball, seeing as he wanted to burn things, and these are things.
They're not flammable.
I'm selective. Okay.
They've got hair.
Yeah, but you're a nice person, so we don't want to kill you.
If something isn't flammable, it just means you haven't used enough fire.
The thing about it, like, technically I could burn my cat, but I don't. I like fire, but I love my cat, so, like, no.
But take it up with Randall. He's the fire trigger.
I used to have a cat that liked fire. His name was Pyro.
And then one day we woof.
Yeah.
He turned into a dog?
Yeah.
So Scrimbleshanks, actually, who stepped into this room first?
Yeah, I didn't see this.
Okay.
James
So they kind of stop their conversation, and the one that's a little bit larger than the other, you're expecting the male of the group, kind of waves and tries a couple of different languages. What do you speak, Scrimbleshanks?
Do I speak gibberish? Do they speak gibberish? Common, halfling, dwarfish, gnomish,
Okay.
Trollodaran.
All right. Well, they stop at Dwarven, or you understand Dwarven. He's trying each one, and it's basically a greeting until he hits on Dwarven, which you understand. Hello! Would you care to settle a dispute?
I mean, that's an odd way to greet people, but yes, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it's your custom. All right, yes.
He looks a little wary as he sees how many of you there are, but he still has, still seems fairly affable. He's got a vial of something in his hand. And he says, "We found this while scouting around, looking for a bit of loot. I'm not ashamed to say. I'm sure you're here for similar reasons. I'm convinced this is a potion of healing, which we could use right now, but my sister here disagrees."
What does she think it is? Does she think it's a potion of poison?
She kind of turns to her. They talk quietly and says, "No, she believes it is a potion of invisibility, which would also be useful."
Ah, but you can see it.
He kind of points to you and looks over to his sister. Says, "Another point in my favor."
I mean, can you not? I will translate for everybody else what is going on here. I mean, I don't know. Can anybody actually identify potions? I mean, can we just drink a tiny bit of it?
Yeah, you normally do the fingertip test.
Smear it on your gums. Check whether it's addictive or not. Yeah.
Yep.
Pour it out on a mirror. Take your dagger to put it into nice little lines. Snort one or two. Then you'll know exactly what it is.
I mean, all right. Well, have you never heard of this test before? Or do you not want to drink it? Or are you allergic to potions?
No, we just are not as well versed. The various flavors of these potions. Neither my sister or myself are versed in the magical arts.
Oh, Well, I know somebody who's both versed in the magical arts and knows the flavors of everything. And I indicate Radnor.
Oh, he certainly looks like he knows the flavors of everything.
Yeah.
I know the flavors of a lot. Some would say I know enough.
Oh, well, there's certainly a lot of you. He kind of goes forward about halfway towards you, Scrimbleshanks, and kind of puts the potion there and takes a few steps back. Oh, please, if you'd be so kind as to settle our dispute.
Okay, so they want me to try this random potion.
Let's see what
Yeah.
Like, I missed. I might have missed it. Did they tell me?
They
what
want to know
supposed
whether
to
it's a
do?
healing potion. They think it's a healing potion or an invisibility potion, and they want to know which it is.
I do a little taste test and
Yeah, sure. Make me an intelligence check. Actually, you don't need to. You've got like an 18.
got an 18.
No, it's neither. It's a potion of levitation.
I will inform them of this.
This will get you high, man.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Would you happen to have a potion of healing that we could trade you with?
Let's see.
Wow.
You know what? I do.
Well, please. Would you accept this potion of levitation for it then?
I shall. Why, thank thee.
Does Radnor speak Dwarvish?
I am happy to be translating through this. That's fine.
Hmm.
I don't speak Dwarvish. I do speak.
No, because currently they're resolved on.
Is it?
Unless they sort of hear us speaking common and translate and switch to that.
Isn't there a language that they speak down here? Do I understand?
Oh, these people are clearly not the same. They are very different.
Okay. Yeah, I got to go through Scrimbleshanks thing because I don't understand any of this.
Unless you happen to know Goblin. They tried a little Goblin.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
I
I've got
also know
Hobgoblin.
Well, I just didn't get to that.
Does someone need? Ask them. Does someone need healing?
Oh, I suppose
Oh,
so.
nice.
Then they could have a potion as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
my sister
We got a healer.
is slightly injured. We haven't yet found a safe place here that we could set up a camp, and we thought if this was a potion of healing, it would be a great way to get her up and moving.
I mean, so would a potion of levitation. It would be a great way to get them up and moving again. But
Well, we're not yet ready to call it a day. We found a few things down here. You are hunters yourself?
Of a sort.
yeah,
Oh, very good. Very good. Have you made out well? We found a few items of interest. Some coins, some gems.
I can't remember what we found upstairs. I don't have anything noted down from.
I found this amazing dish of pie. Here, have a pie. Bing,
Oh, all right,
pie.
yeah.
What flavor of pie is it?
Well, yeah, if you swap them out one of your healing potions, you can take a potion of levitation, just mark it off as new gear that you have.
I offer up some pie
Pie!
from my pie plate.
It's minced meat today.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice. Thank you. Oh, yeah, he gives the potion to his sister, who takes it immediately, lifting up the mask just a little bit to do so. And then, yeah, they tuck into the pie, producing their own forks as they go into it. They look hungry, like they devour it pretty quickly.
Do they take off their masks to do so?
They have half masks, so they don't.
Oh,
need
right.
to. Yep.
So are you not from here?
Oh no, not at all. We happened here accidentally. Fell. My sister was slightly injured during that. Thank you for the healing. And we thought we would explore and perhaps enrich ourselves a bit. It's been a good haul. A good haul.
Where did you fall from?
He kind of points back to the cave wall, and like I said, there are some like crevices and such. It could be that it was higher up. She fell and took a tumble.
No, I mean, do you come from above?
Yes.
I mean, you don't see Trollodaren, so where do you what?
Well,
lands.
they get a little cagey at this. It's like, oh, you're from the forests above.
That forest vaguely near where we were.
Yeah,
So,
there's some forests around where you are.
but you don't know our language. I don't know. Like, I mean,
They know some of our languages.
they know the common languages among people, but not the individual
No, they don't know
languages
common.
of the
That's the
land.
problem.
Yeah, they don't know common. Yep.
It's not as common as we thought it was.
Common's a
Should we-
trade tongue. Maybe it just means that their people don't commonly trade with Trolladarans or the whatever the other ones are. I
Right.
forget now.
No.
Look, we come from
And then
a land, and you come from a land, and I'm trying to work out whether we come from the same land or whether there's weird mystical forces of not
yes,
transportation,
we know.
because that doesn't work.
Yeah. They
Teleportation
know
doesn't
your
work.
people. They say, "Oh, the Hin." Yeah, we know the Hin and the elves. They're not sure. They kind of point at Jenkins. It's like we don't know what he is, and of course humans.
But he's human.
No, he's
He
not.
very much looks human, at least to ordinary eyes.
Well, when you say that, they're like, "No, he's not."
Here's the thing, Jameis. I know
Jameis.
sorry. I'm sorry, Scribbleshank. Sorry. I'm the one brain cell thing. Anyway, so my good sir, I would love to say I'm a normal human, but a normal human bleeds red. I do not bleed red. Like, I already don't trust anyone that bleeds and doesn't die from it. So, like, bleeding not red blood is already, like, the most suspicious shit I've ever heard. So, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not at all surprised by the idea I'm not a human anymore. It's not the worst thing. At least No, I can't say that. I respect Jameis too much. I can't say that. He's too much of a niceness to say knife here.
They kind of watch you guys speaking back and forth in the tongue they don't understand.
Okay. I don't know your names, Fox people, so I'm just gonna have to call you that for right now. How do you know he is not that? Because to all outside appearances, he does look human.
He doesn't smell human.
Ah, okay. You've got a good sense of smell. And there are a lot of you down here of your kind.
Down here? No, absolutely not.
Okay, so you couldn't tell if somebody had infiltrated this area.
Like,
there isn't enough of you
more.
to do that. Like this, because they can change their shape. We found these people.
No. He has a unique smell. He has actually no smell.
So, okay.
So what we're saying is we need to
He
use some
just
cologne.
smells of the clothes he wears and the gear that he holds. He doesn't have a smell of his own. All of you have smells.
It's been a long couple of weeks.
Look,
Have
we've
you
been through
been here
water
weeks?
several times.
This is a very dangerous place. You've made it here weeks. You must be a very ferocious band indeed. We've been here perhaps a day at the most. We found a marvelous room that it's probably filled with treasures of all sorts, but we can't seem to breach it. It seems to be a puzzle of sorts.
Ask them if they know about Duke Stephanopoulos.
I'm sorry, if they know about what?
Duke Stephanopoulos. Partly, I say that then because I want to see if they go, oh yes, we know Duke Stephanopoulos, who is a name I just made up, or if they should name the right Duke name. Oh, you mean Duke? What's his name?
Actually, they're stymied on the what's a Duke?
There you go. That's something. I don't think they're from our plane.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Jameis. Well, he's walking away. You're kind of woodly wise, and you are part of the elven contingent here that is kind of the wild elves. Why don't you make me an intelligence check?
No, they're not from that plane.
No, it doesn't come to you.
All right. Well, I mean, are you trying to trick us into doing this deadly trap thing?
Oh, it is certainly a trap, but it also seems to be a puzzle of sorts. We haven't figured it out.
Well, where is it? Perhaps you can
Will
lead
you
us
share
to
any
it.
treasure?
Probably.
Depends how pathetic it is.
Oh, the sister chimes in. Hey, it's better than nothing. You're right.
She can speak Dwarven now, can't she?
She speaks Dwarven. Yeah, she
All
just
right.
hadn't. She
just hadn't
spoken
said
until
anything
now.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Is she fully healed now? I'm asking. I'm afraid to that. I'm asking through Skimbleshanks.
She kind of moves her foot, both like tenderly moves one around, stands on it, moves the other around, and like, yes, she is fine.
Okay. All right, lay on to this trap.
One question. You've been here a day. Have you drunk any water while you've been down here?
Oh no, it smells foul.
Okay, yeah, you can tell that. Yeah, I was just going to warn you that hallucinations or reality warping or something? I don't know.
So Render going, good stuff.
We've avoided the others, the ones that live here. They all smell of the water.
Oh,
Have they seen anyone else who doesn't smell? Like Jenkins doesn't smell?
No, you're the first others we've seen. We've avoided a lot, though. We didn't want
really check.
Even in passing.
Wait, so you're telling me that I smell less than these three?
Yes, you don't smell at all, except for your gear.
Yes! I don't need to shower anymore. I never got a shower anyway. It's like a bath when you get baptized and shit. But like, I never got those in. But now I don't need to do them. Oh my god. I'm gonna get so many bitches.
I mean, if you get covered in poop, you will still need to shower.
Yes, but I don't need to use too much soap.
Yes, that's a thing that we do when we get covered in poop.
I don't think that's going to be my first thought after getting covered in poop, though.
Well, I mean, it was just an
If I get covered in poop, I think I'm immediately finding why I'm covered in shit.
I assumed
this
you
sort
knew
of
all of it.
conversation
I mean, it
is
doesn't matter. Yeah.
I don't know.
In this party, if you're covered in shit, it's a good bet that it's probably my fault.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Somebody's been casting magic around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're voiding bowels all over the place, that tends to happen. Look, we've already bypassed the lock. There was a needle trap in the lock, but I've disarmed it. And basically, he's pointing out this passage that I just showed you on the screen there.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't figure out the room. It stinks. The liquid bubbles and burns. But the box in the center, it's got a big lock on the top. Do you want to see?
Does the box look movable from here?
It's really large. It's in the middle of the bubbling liquid that burns.
It's a hot thermal pool.
I mean, if only we had some sort of potion which raised us, 2 or 3 foot off of the ground where we could grab it, grab the thing and then bring it back over here. Where could we find a potion such as... I mean, I don't know.
I will offer Scrimbleshanks the use of my potion should he wish to go over there and check it out.
Thanks, but I don't think I could do anything if I got there, as I'm not a thief and cannot open locked boxes.
You could pick
No,
up the
I'm
box
telling
and
us
bring it
that.
back.
Oh, maybe I could if it.
Oh no,
you know,
the
if
box
it
is
raises.
quite large. It's stone.
Hmm.
So he seems very eager to bring you to the room. Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so there's this bubbling liquid. And it's basically there's like a little stone island in the middle of it, and raised on like a little stone pedestal is a stone box. It has it looks like it's got like an iron ring and an iron top on it that look quite heavy. And it's several feet out into the liquid.
Is it boiling hot magma?
The liquid burns. No, it's not hot. And he waves his hands
Acid.
above it to show you.
Oh, we got some rope. Rope, dust, twig, anything, and just dip it into the liquid. And see
Oh, it burns.
what
Yeah,
happens.
it burns.
It actually catches on fire, burns. Not melts like
It's
acid.
more
Right?
like the rope starts to dissolve. Like acid.
Yeah.
acid.
Okay. There we go.
So yeah, the stone is about 30 feet out. Each of the squares is about a 10-foot square. So the island that the box is on is about 30 feet, surrounded by acid. Oh, and he does, as you're going by this area right here, he tells you there are storerooms in that direction, and they did find some goodies there, but they didn't spend too long.
All right.
I want to take 10 minutes while the others bicker for a while.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I cover for his taking 10 minutes by bickering somehow.
Just tell them a story.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I can do that. Hey, I've heard a story about things over boiling liquid. Let me entertain you.
Oh, okay. You want to do that? I tell you what, maybe a charisma check. As the sister seems to be very entertained by this, and goes over and does the let me hear the story.
All right. Okay. Well, yep. And then there was there was a large thing, or was it a small thing? I forget. There was a thing anyway. Miserable failure.
Oops.
Nah, what do you expect?
That is what I expect.
Okay. Well, she seems quite enthralled with this. Can you make me a save versus spell?
Uh-oh.
Spell.
And what is your intelligence?
My intelligence is 12.
Okay.
And my save versus spell is this. Failure as well. If only those two rolls had been reversed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she seems very enthralled with your talking. She actually sits cross-legged in front of you, and as you're telling the story, she kind of just looks overjoyed at the story, and she's like, "Oh, tell me more! Tell me more." You can't help but notice that while she is taller than you, but not by much, maybe a foot, certainly shorter than the average human, she smells good. She smells really good. Cinnamon and kind of a little earthiness to it. It just reminds you of like a well-baked apple pie, or a really nice summer night with some good food on the hearth cooking nearby.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I will do more like sweeping dramatic gestures and like take deep breaths as I like unnecessarily through my nose. So.
Okay. All right. Oh, so as she's doing, she's making comments here and there, and she kind of slides in a question that you don't feel odd at all. She's like, "Oh, do you carry any magic on you?"
Oh, I mean, that all depends on how you define magic. I mean, there's a lot of things which some people would consider magical in many different cultures that I have visited. And
okay.
I mean, but yes, I have a few bits and pieces that are out of the ordinary things. Yes.
Well, she shares. She's like, "Oh, I found this. Isn't it wonderful?" She pulls forth, slowly, not brandishing it, and kind of lays it in her hands. It's a short sword, and then she says something. it's not in a language that you understand, but it starts to glow a little bit. Provides about a good torchlight worth of light, and she just kind of lights up the half part of her face that you can see, and she smiles. You notice she has these cute little sharp teeth. Her canines are just a little sharp.
She's an assassin.
Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, I actually still have a continual light amulet that
Mhm.
the group gave me from Big Jam.
Yep.
So I would get that and say, look, ooh.
Oh, she is enthralled by it. Meanwhile, while this is going on, what are you guys doing with the acid pet? The brother, and no, they haven't told you their names yet. Is pointing out that the liquid, it burns, but doesn't produce heat, and he hasn't been able to figure a way to get over there. There are some barrels in the storeroom that he pointed out, but he tried to bring one in and kind of float across, but it burnt the barrels too fast, and there wasn't any wood long enough just to lay it across, so he hasn't been able to figure out a way across. And the ceiling is pretty high up. It's a good 20 feet up, and again, it's kind of arched up there as well, but it doesn't look like there's anything that you could grapple onto or get anything, over a cross member or anything like that. It's just smooth. So points that out. It's like, I couldn't find any place to put a rope up there. Thought of that.
I was taking 10 minutes to go going. I don't know. I think Redner was as well. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, I was just going to let you do it this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Just me.
The person that you're talking to has a little bit of magic on them. The half mask that he's wearing is magical. His two short swords are magical that he's got on his hips. And some of the gear and some of the trinkets he has is a little magical as well.
Yeah, that's more the room.
The room itself, nothing that shows us magical.
Not even
the box doesn't?
No, not even the box. Now remember, you don't know how thick that box is, so something in the box might be magical, but if it's if it's thick enough,
the box in and of itself, there's nothing innate about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bert, I wrote this thing down on my character sheet a long time ago, and I don't know if I can still cast ESP once a week?
Yeah, it's still in there.
No, does that allow me just to hear everyone's thoughts, or do I have to cast it on a specific?
It depends. So it is just like
spell
ESP.
Yeah, I think it's particularly
second level spell. So if you focus for a turn, you can pick up thoughts. You focus on it and concentrate for one direction, one turn. The thoughts of all creatures within range in the direction you're perceiving can be basically read. You can do multiple creatures. You can try and focus on one.
I'm gonna do that and try to read the thoughts of these things because something seems weird about this.
All right. I'm gonna say that it's the male that's closest to you. Scrimbleshanks and the girl are off to the side, with Scrimbleshanks going on and on and on as he usually does. So nothing malicious in his thoughts, but he is thinking, "Oh, if they die, I wonder what cool stuff they have."
Okay.
But he's not thinking, "If I murder them, I can take their stuff." He's just thinking, "Oh, if they die, I wonder what they have."
That's what I was.
It's very particularly childish thoughts, and they jump from one thought to another thought very quickly. Like he's not a very focused person.
I don't know if I'd be able to tell this, but is there something wrong with them, or does that just seem to be how they are naturally?
Well, I don't think there's any. I don't know. So you're just reading the person's mind. So, I mean, it just seems to have a very childish mind that fleets from one thought to another very quickly. And that's just what you pick up on. There's nothing malicious there, but you do pick up the thoughts of, "Oh, I wonder what they're carrying. Oh, if they die, maybe we'll get what they're carrying." But he's not thinking, "Oh, I'm going to push them into the acid," and then nothing like that.
Okay. I will say hello in each of the languages that I know to see if they understand.
What do you have?
I speak Draconic, French, Elvish, Infernal and Syndicea.
No, they don't understand any of them.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
not take it back. They understand a little bit of Elvish, but your Elvish is not the same Elvish as Jameis's character speaks. You have High Elvish.
Does that mean I have to like hold my pinky out when I speak?
Yes. It's a very pinky-oriented language, and uses the word rather and old boy a lot in the in the vernacular. Yeah, so Jameis's character is more of a woodland elf, which is kind of a bastardized version of the High Elven that there are very few of on this continent, but there are still some.
Yeah,
So
they don't invite round to dinner.
Yeah, they're similar, but not exactly the same. So can understand a little bit of it, enough for you to figure out that it's Although I guess if you're doing this next to Galen, that means that Galen now knows that they understand the wood elf language.
Yeah,
they've never tried it before.
No. Rednor has the answer to how you get over there.
Okay.
You might want you could probably use. Got some pronouns there. Rednor could let Fox use his Rednor's levitation potion.
I can't use teleport to teleport an object to me, can I?
It's a good question. Let's look it up real quick. So teleport, what level spell is that?
But you know what? I don't have it memorized, so it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I have a scroll? No, I don't have a scroll.
No, it's the caster or it's a caster or the chosen creature, not item.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Scrimbleshanks, you've never had such an attentive audience before. She asks pointed questions to let you know that she is very much engaged in your tales. She laughs at the right spots. She groans at the right spots. And as you're going along, you're getting a little hoarse because it's been a while since you've had an audience that just demanded more and more. So you're getting a little dry of throat, and she pulls out, takes a little sip of a little canteen and offers it to you as well. I think you're muted. Maybe not.
I'm muted up there as well. Yeah. I'm muted in two places. And yeah, she obviously drank it, so it was not poison. So, I would drink it down as well.
Yeah. It's very cool and just a little sweet water.
Oh, wait. This isn't the horrible water from the place,
no,
is it?
Not at all. Nope.
I'm asking her directly.
Oh no, this is from my home.
Oh, okay. It tastes different to the water that I have from my home. Never mind. Well, where was I? Blah 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 blah.
What are the rest of you guys doing? Do you want to give the other person the levitation potion? And
I was muted, and I said just that.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? So you guys are just looking at this bubbling.
If someone wants to go over there and check it out,
if it's heavy, I can't lift it. If it needs opening, I don't have the skill to open it, so there's no point sending me over there.
Yep. Well, I mean, you can tell it's got like an iron. It's a stone box that has an iron lid, and there looks like there is a lock on the top of the iron lid. So, you can't get a good look at it, but the lock kind of is in the middle. So you imagine it opens, like this, and the lock is keeping the top closed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And the fox wants to go and open it up, I think. Oh, Jenkins, does Jenkins want to go?
Where are we going, buddies?
Here, drink this and then float over there and get that.
Okay. So, I'm going to do what he says.
All right. So levitation is
I don't know how to levitate.
you move up and down. You can't move laterally unless you can use a pole or use a wall or something to move you that way.
But he could float up and we could push him, right?
Yeah, you can do it that way.
I'm going to use my giant axe to basically just push myself directly at it.
I'm going to tie a rope to him first so we can pull him back.
Okay.
Okay. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. And if you want to use the axe to kind of push yourself off from the walls, you can hover so that you're right above the box. And indeed, you can see that the iron lid is split in half, and there's a lock holding the two halves together. It's a big iron lock.
You know, how fast can I make myself go up and down?
It's quite slow. It's not very quick at all.
Can I turn off levitate for a couple seconds?
No, the potion lasts. I mean, you can choose to go up or down, so you can lower yourself, but the effects last for the duration of the potion.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the box, if
Okay.
possible. I'm going to then just bring it to the party members.
You cannot. It's too heavy. You cannot levitate both yourself and the box.
Do you guys got more of that levitate potion? I want to give it to the box.
If you could, like, is there a lid on it you can open?
It's got a lid, but it's closed by an iron padlock.
I'm going to hit it with my axe.
Okay. You hit it with your axe, and you guys from the shore, and you can tell as well that the box and the pedestal it's on kind of sink down into the acid every time he hits that lock.
I'm going to hit the acid. How corrosive is it?
Is your axe magical?
I'm hitting it with the non-magical one.
Okay. In which case, it eats through the wood, and you lose your axe head.
Well, that's why I used the shitty one.
Yeah.
Now I got a long stick. That's really useful, actually. That's not that bad to have.
Yep. So you were actually making some headway on that iron padlock. If you want to keep beating it, you can. It just everybody is noticing that the thing is designed so that if there's weight applied to this pedestal that it's on, it will start to sink into the acid. But you're levitating above it, so it's not really a problem.
Jenkins, can you swing your axe so it goes horizontal so you're not putting downward force on it?
Yeah. Can I ask about the padlock? Like, what type of padlock is this?
Just an old iron padlock.
Like, is it the type where I could put something in the middle and start pulling outwards towards me?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay. What's your strength?
Strength? Well, it's probably not going to be good enough for this, but a 15?
Make me a strength check. So go ahead and roll D20. Try to get 15 or less. Right on 15 is excellent.
Nice.
No. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's a success. It takes a little bit, but you're able to break the lock. And if you want to throw the two halves of the lid aside, yes, there's stuff in there. It looks like there's a whole bunch of little boxes. Some of them have broken, and there's coins spilling out of them. It looks like a lot of silver. There's also a couple of scrolls inside the box.
I'm going to take the scrolls first, and then I'm taking the money, and I'm putting it all in my bag.
Okay, so you start filling your bags with silver, and all the coins are silver. And then you start noticing that as you fill your bags, you start lowering. So your levitation has a weight limit.
I'm gonna get as much as I can without it lowering. Then I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to do several trips, of which I will empty my bag. I will
Sure.
go back, fill it up to the max limit, go back, empty my bag, and I will do this multiple times.
Sure. Your potion lasts for over an hour, so it doesn't take that long. And it is a haul of silver. It's over 20,000 silver pieces.
Yeah!
I don't want to carry that much around. They can have it.
I can carry some. I got it.
The only other thing in the box are 3 scrolls.
What are the scrolls?
Ooh.
Well, you can't read them. They are magical.
Well, I think I know someone that can read them.
Yeah. If you pass them around, one is a purify food and water, and there are 2 that are remove curse.
Oh,
neat.
nice.
Oh, those are high level.
Yeah, they're clerics.
Those are high level cleric spells. If it's remove curse, that's not low. That's level 3.
Nice.
So how are we sharing this out?
Also, Galen would recognize the silver. They weigh roughly what they're tenth of an ounce. They're roughly what a silver coin would be, but they're not coins. You've seen these likes before, especially since these are scrolls of remove curse. These were probably implements used in purification. Silver was often used to purify things that have become tainted or cursed or otherwise touched by bad things. They've got like a temple stamp on one side, and one of the stamps is a really old form of the goddess. It's a tree with 2 limbs kind of coming out to the side. So they're not coins in the respect that they were used for money. They were likely used in a ritualistic purpose.
But we just spells don't have material components these days.
Mm-hmm. And your fox friend is getting very excited as you bring it over across. It says, "I'm no use for the silver. Are the scrolls of any use?"
I'll say what they are because I'll be saying it out loud to the rest of my party anyway. So,
okay, everybody, make me a wisdom check that's standing there. Not Scrimbleshanks, who's still very enthralled in keeping this very enchanting person you're thinking entertained.
low to medium success, not high.
Okay. Your friend, as the silver starts mounting on the bank where you are, just keeps backing away from it. Just seems to have an aversion towards the silver.
Vampires against silver. Is that no, werewolves against silver? Yeah, no, that makes more sense.
I think as a player, I think I know what it is, but as a character,
We've encountered werewolves before. Remember, as a characters, we've encountered werewolves before. In fact, we've cured one another of werewolfism.
I don't know, like fairy creatures or something.
Yeah, something.
Yep. Yeah, you just notice that if you pass that check, he just doesn't seem to really like the silver, especially the more of it that comes over.
Yeah, no, it's just such low value. You have to carry such amount of it around for it to be worth anything.
I know, right? Gold is so much more useful. And gems, sparkly, pretty gems. Constantine, you've cleared out the box. There's nothing left in it.
Yeah.
They haven't tried to attack us yet, so I'm not doing anything about it. Another fact that they might be werewolves. Yeah.
Well, so he asked about the scrolls.
Yeah, I explained what they were. Yeah, because I would have said it to the party. And actually, we don't have Scrimbleshanks to translate for us if he's off with her.
Well, no, now you know that they speak the Wood Elf or the Sylvan, So you can start using that if you want to.
Okay, sure.
Oh, well, those aren't very useful to me either.
Yeah. They're nice, but yeah, limited.
Okay.
Hey, Galen, ask him if he's a werewolf.
You can speak Elvish.
Oh, that's right, I can.
You speak high. He doesn't understand everything you say, but it's close.
No,
No, they're brutes. We're foxes.
Ah, so you're like a werefox then.
No.
Fox
It's not a curse.
Oh, no, I didn't say it was a curse. I was just trying to ascertain the nature of our new friends here.
He smiles, showing you those sharp canines again. Okay, well, this isn't good treasure. We want to go find better treasure.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Scribble Shanks, you want to help get some of this?
What? No, I'm over here. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, come over here.
Am I talking?
I pick up some of the silver and bring it over to Scribble Shanks to help him load it up on it.
Oh, well, they were both walking over, hand in hand. Scribble Shanks, you're not exactly sure how that happened, but she's got a hold of your hand, and you're walking forward. But then as, Galen comes forward with a bunch of the silver, she drops your hand and kind of takes a couple of steps back.
Yeah. Load up on this.
What's going on?
Silver, loading up on. There's nothing else. It gives us something to throw to the common people.
So if you're all getting back together again, she's like, brother, I like this one. Can I keep this one?
We don't do slavery where we come from.
You don't want to?
No.
I mean,
you kind of do.
Civilized people don't do slavery where we come from.
Yeah, no, you're kind of a little bit wrong there. You see, let me talk about my experience as being a native.
The civilized. Wow.
No, that's the issue. You civilized people enslaved us a lot. Like
people.
Yeah.
People, you mean humans.
No, not didn't want to mean human.
Honestly, it's kind of fucked up how the high elf knife ears were nicer to us than you guys were sometimes. Not you, Jake, Scribble Shanks. You're halflings. Halflings don't have empires. Now, humans. There's no such thing as a civilized human if you consider civilized humans to not be slave lovers. Just gonna say that.
Yep.
So he kind of looks at the rest of you and says, "Can she keep him?"
No.
Me?
If he agrees to it, then it's up to him. If he agrees to it, self-determination.
So that's just Grumble Shanks. It doesn't sound all that bad to you.
I mean, I'm not part of the Green Company. Red Company? Green Company. Right?
I've lost track of this.
I'm free to go wherever I want, if I want. Right?
Yep.
So I can go with them if I wanted to.
Brother? He wants to stay.
Okay, this is bad.
Why? Why? What's so wrong about wanting to stay?
Okay,
I was just traveling with you to try and find new audiences, and she appreciates all of my stories. This is great.
There's something not right about this, though. She just assumes that she can just have you, and you're suddenly okay with it. You don't find that odd?
No, I found somebody who appreciates my stories. That's what I've been looking for. Why would that be odd?
Someone who appreciates Scribble Shanks stories. There's something odd right there.
Yeah, there's something wrong with this. He kind of looks at you guys, and then something dawns on him. Looks at his sister and says, "Sister, let him go. And she's
We're
like,
not
"What?
holding hands anymore. She stepped back.
But I like this one. He's funny. Sister."
Oh.
So she reaches forward and she kind of kisses you on your scalp. It's tingly a little bit.
Ooh.
And then she kind of looks down at her feet and starts moving a little stone around with her arms crossed.
Oh, what else was there around here?
Oh, we didn't go very far. There's some creatures further in that were really nasty. And with my sister being injured, I mean, we don't like to fight unless we have to.
Rednor, this is your chance. Lead us to him.
Yes, I will burn them for you.
Well, do you want to?
Yes.
He really does.
Either that or I can make them all shit themselves.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Why not both?
Well, in the storage room, like I said, we didn't finish looking through there because there's a creature in there. It's kind of big, kind of bear-like.
What does it look? It's like a giant bear.
Yeah, but it has like a feathered head.
Oh, Elbear! We all love Elbear. This can make Elbear a friend.
It's acting really weird. I think it got into some of the wine casks that are in there. It might be drunk.
Yeah.
We were able to get away pretty quickly and take some stuff with us, but it was I don't know, it wasn't very accommodating. We tried to offer a trade. Scrimbleshanks, you've got a headache. So she's released you from the charm spell that she had on you. You could still do whatever you want to do, but you're not like compelled to do what she says.
I mean, I don't know if it was under a charm spell, so
Yeah,
right now
not at
I
all.
still think,
Yeah.
yeah, she's great. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, technically, you half signed your name, so you half belong to the Green Company. So never quite got that last part of the name down.
Yeah.
Then he points across the hall where there's another door. I didn't get that one unlocked, but I heard people. There were people talking on the other side of that door, like a lot of people. They sounded like humans. They smell like humans.
Do you know the
Let's
language?
go.
They talked a very odd language, though.
Yeah. If they're from around here, then they would. Oh, lead on. Take us somewhere and we shall do things.
Okay. Well, the bear might come this way on its own. So why don't you take care of the bear?
Could we lead the bear into the people?
So
Time for the nature ranger to come to the fore. Yeah, sure, can't get through my AC. Oh, isn't he cute?
Yeah, actually, if you go down this corridor a little bit more, you can hear something kind of fumbling around and making growly noises in there. And it does stink of like wine, really potent smelling wine.
At this stage, it wouldn't be vinegar.
Wine is flammable.
Is it?
It's alcohol.
I'll go in and see if I can make friends with the owlbear, and if I can't, then fine. If it attacks, then fine.
Okay.
Do what you must.
So you go in.
If it attacks, I can just fireball the room.
It is.
Exactly.
It is a fairly large owl bear, and it's got its head and shoulders are inside of like it smells like wine, but it's inside of a cask of wine, and you can kind of see it gulping down. And there are other casks in here that look like they've been damaged and drank. There's also rows and rows of wine bottles in here as well. As you come to the room, it kind of pulls its head out of the barrel, and kind of you see his eyes are kind of moving around. Before it finally
doesn't see.
And it makes a ooh, ooh kind of sound as it kind of drunkenly starts to wander towards you. I'm just going to give you initiative. It's moving slowly. It is a very large owl bear.
I'm gonna, just because it's funny, I'm gonna go up and start stroking it on its head, treating it basically as a big pet at this point.
Give me a charisma check. And do you have any food on you?
I could do, but I wouldn't have thought to bring it out. Oh, I can offer a pie for one's pie.
Plate of pie, plate of pie.
Failure. Just.
Okay. So it is a failure, though. So as you come forward, it pounces on you, knocking you to the floor, and starts going through your gear. And it seems to be desperately looking for food, and it's not finding it. So it decides your food. What's everyone else doing?
Okay.
Fireball. What? Okay, let me qualify that. Would I get anybody except for the owlbear and Galen?
No, the room is big enough, but it would likely destroy everything in the room.
Yeah.
So all those wine bottles, which are probably worth quite a bit of gold, and anything else in the room that's non-magical will likely be destroyed.
Yeah, but I like Galen more than I like wine, so yeah, fireball.
Okay.
I would like to state that after we were told there was wine in there, that myself and the lady whose name I do not know yet, I directed us to stand back away from where the wine is, because I'm expecting it to be far more explosive than Radnor is expecting. What with the wine and everything in there.
Okay. Just roll damage. Radnor.
37.
37. Okay, so it can save for half, so let me roll that.
Oh, poor Albia. How did it get down here was the question.
It does not save for half. However, that's not enough damage to kill it. So the room is on fire. The wine bottles do shatter. They're not so heavy on the alcohol that they explode, though, but it will cause the fire to last longer as it's fuel. So casts are up, wine bottles shatter. It takes damage, but it's not done with. Constantine, you want to do anything? Now, keep in mind that the room is aflame.
Hey, Ragnar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you tried it already, but as soon as some of us have left the room, since it's already on fire, fireball.
Well, I just fireballed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just did that.
That's why it's on fire.
Okay. Skirmish, you want to do anything?
Stay back. I will pull out my sword and threaten everybody and protect the girl. Oh, and her brother, I guess. Or his brother, her brother, yeah.
Okay. In which case, the owlbear then will take its turn, and it will attack Jameis twice to pause. So the first one...
No.
I'm going to say you don't get your dex bonus because it was already on top of you, but neither one of those hit regardless.
That doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, it does not. But now you can tell, even though it is just completely blind off its butt drunk, it's starving. It's going for any food that you have on you. Not finding any immediately, it's trying to take bites out of you.
Okay.
And it will take...
Turn them into a mute.
Yep. So go ahead. Why don't you roll for your side, Jameis? D6.
All right.
The owlbear itself is not on fire, but the room is.
I got a 2.
It got a 5. All right, so. Oh, that's going to hit a -2.
No.
Still misses?
It still misses.
Okay.
Well, if I include my shield bonus, that misses. If I don't include my shield bonus, that would hit.
I think you can get your shield bonus, but if you have a dex bonus, that wouldn't work.
No.
Okay.
No dex
yeah, so it just
bonus,
doesn't get through your armor, but it continues to attack you. Why don't you take your turn since you're underneath it? What do you want to do?
If I can reach it, I activate the pie plate.
You want to create pie?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. That will distract it as it goes in the direction of the pie being tossed. Does anyone else want to do anything? The room is on fire. Jameis, it doesn't mean anything to Galen as your proof of fire, but
Yeah, and I
you
think I
do
was
see
only one
all
who
these bottles of wine just exploding from the heat.
I was the only one who went into the room, as far as I'm aware. So, what are the rest of you doing?
Also, roll a d6 for me there, Radnar. It's going to take some more damage because it's still in the fiery room.
Okay. Four.
Okay. So it burns a little going after the pie, but he wants that pie bad. Does anyone want to do anything else? If you don't, I'm just going to describe what's going to happen here.
I kind of feel bad for it, but you know.
Yeah.
If nobody wants to do anything, it's going to grab its pie and it's going to run out of the room to get out of the fiery room. Its mouth is full of pie, however, so it does not stop to attack anyone. It just runs down the corridor.
Bye, Albia. It's nice knowing you.
Yep. The alcohol in the room is all on fire. It's a little bit intoxicating, Galen. You're fine with the fire, but the fumes are starting to get to you as you find more and more of these wine bottles exploding from the heat. Taking a quick look around, why don't you make me an intelligence check there?
Oh.
Actually, you know what? Do a d6. Just do a d6.
Okay.
1 or 2 since you're a demi-human.
No, I don't see anything of interest when I wander out.
Yeah, all you see is exploding wine bottles. You don't see anything else of interest in this room as it continues to burn.
You might be able to come back later once it's died down and see if there's anything of interest, especially magic. I'm saying this out loud. If there's any magic items here, of course they'll survive, but otherwise, leave it for now.
So as you guys are doing this, Owlbear runs down the hallway, pie in the mouth, almost running into someone that's wearing one of those gold masks, and then looks down the corridor, sees the fire, and only Radnar understands the language, but he yells, "The wine! Someone save the wine!" as he yells out, "The wine's on fire!"
Yeah, it is. I don't understand him. No.
Nope. You just see this man and one of the golden masks. So the golden masks are the people that follow the magus, the mage deity from further up that you've already ran into. Some more of his brethren come running behind him as they all see the fire. Everyone else is just kind of in the hallway doing nothing. Galen may or may not be stepping out of the burning room at the moment.
I don't know what happened. Owlbear was messing around and
make me a charisma check.
All right.
Oh, poor Owlbear.
Come on now. Yes.
Did you make it?
Yep.
All right. They believe you. They're like, well, help us put it out. How can the party continue without more wine? So yeah, they're grabbing so some of them are bringing clay vessels of water. They're going into the room, trying to put out the fire. You guys are largely being ignored.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Altogether, it's 9 men and women that come out to try and put out the fire. They're all wearing very bright costumes and the fancy golden masks.
Are those the masks of one of the particular religions? I can't remember which, if it's one of them.
Well, they're kind of the same mask that the ones that worship the mage god were wearing. But these folks have more brightly colored costumes on. And they're like I said, there are 9 men and 9 women that are coming through. But each of them are talking to people. They're making conversation with the person next to them that is not there. So it looks like these are more of the civilization that's been affected by the water, and they're in their own mindscape. But they definitely.
If you've had enough wine, there's certainly people there.
Yeah.
I ask our friends next to us, do any of those people there smell like Jenkins here?
I know.
We have intruder detectors now, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually a really good idea.
I mean, we could take them all the way back up to the top floor and see if anybody has been infiltrated up there as well, if we wanted to. But meh.
Metagame wise, I think the top floor's safe, but no. So there's metagame wise in character.
Actually, he says that one, pointing at one of the women.
Oh, really?
Ah, all right. Well, yeah. I mean, there's one way to test this out.
Yeah, hit them.
Yeah, exactly.
So are we hitting them? We starting a fight?
Hey,
If you want to make an attack, I'll give you a surprise attack on this person, and just go ahead and roll to hit. Just tell me how you're hitting them.
Do it.
I mean, is everybody else distracted by the wine?
Yes, and the fire.
All right. Then,
That's why I'm giving this one to you without rolling. Yeah.
Hey, come over here and see this amazing trick. I can stab you without you bleeding.
Me?
No.
No.
Well, we found another one of you. Maybe you can absorb their mass afterwards so that you've got some healing going on.
That'll be handy, actually. That'll be useful.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Because we have no idea if this is actually a bad person or not. That's one of the ones we're after. It just might be
They're an
someone else that
infiltrator.
doesn't smell. They just might have to take regular baths.
So what do you do, Richard?
I wait for them to come over and then I stab them with a sword.
Oh, they don't come over. The one
I
in
call them
particular.
over. I say, "Hey, come over here."
Okay, if you're just saying, "Hey, come over here," they do not
Yeah.
listen to you. They
All right,
continue to
well,
try
then
and
I go over there.
Fire. Okay.
And then I go over there and stab them in the back or
Okay, go ahead.
whatever.
and-
it is.
And you say you're
Hey,
not a thief.
I'm not a thief. I don't get
Backstab.
backstab abilities.
Yeah, it doesn't get backstab.
I stab them in the side, being not the front or the back.
Ah, the special sidestep ability of the halflings.
Yes.
All right. Well, I will just push the button then. Doop. I mean, I'm probably gonna miss anyway, so there we go.
Good odds.
Oh my god.
Good odds.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Well, you missed, but I tell you what does happen. Everyone else kind of claps, and of course, you don't understand the language that they're saying. But Radnar, you hear them. They apparently think that it's that a historic battle is about to be reenacted, and they stop trying to put out the water. They all start clapping and forming a ring around Scrimbleshanks and the woman that he tried to stab. The woman, however, doesn't seem like she's part of the revelries that's going on. And as she turns to you, you can see like the face she turns quickly and the face takes just a moment longer to shift to follow the head turn. Really freaky kind of look. So why don't you give me a d6 for your side?
Because that would involve me pressing the d6 button. There we go, I got it. Ooh, I rolled a 6!
Okay. You can, your side can do whatever first. I don't know how.
We'll tell everybody else, hey, this is a thing.
Okay.
Stab, stab.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll stand back. Scrimbleshank's doing a thing.
No!
Yeah.
That's not what I meant!
You can attack if you want. Talking's free.
Yeah. Hey, it's another one of those shapeshiftery people. Come stab it with me, I will say. We're reenacting the glorious murder of that political leader who got murdered by an elf, a human, a wizard, and a halfling. You all know the one, right? And yeah, then I just try and attack it again.
Nice. Celius Jula.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I am reenacting this battle. Yeah.
So Scrimbleshanks calls out and attacks this one lone person. What do the rest of you do? What do the rest of you want to do?
Hang on, wait. Jenkins, you want to get in there?
Hello, I'm ready.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing. I forgot, but let's do it.
You attack?
Did I accidentally leave? Oh my.
Yeah, you did.
My bad. I clicked the wrong tab. My apologies to the entire party.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
wouldn't be the first time people have done that.
Nope.
All right, I am attacking something.
Yes.
Yep.
How
It's
many
another one
of
of
them
you,
are there?
or another one of your kind.
Okay. I guess I'll just attack it with my battle axe.
Okay.
It's good.
That hits. So your axe bites deep into the side of this woman who's just wearing like cloth, very colorful cloth. And so you're expecting like just a gout of blood to appear, but it doesn't. There's some kind of like a clear ooze that comes through. That just quickly, like, so even the clothing kind of knits back together. Okay. Bill,
All right.
you want to do anything?
How many of these people are there that we're fighting?
There's 9 men and 9 women, but right now everyone else is just kind of standing back in their own little worlds, thinking that this is a play act that's being performed. So it's really just the one woman. But you saw what just happened. Cut by an axe, no blood, and then the wound just kind of healed back over as soon as the axe blade clears the body.
They are not protected against fire. I mean, they isn't everyone else here but you and me.
I could magic missile it.
You could do that.
Could do that.
All right. Let me pull this out. 3d6 plus 3. It's like 15.
Ouch.
Okay, so what AC do you hit?
It's magic.
Oh, you're doing magic missile.
Yeah.
Okay, 15 points of damage. That's a fair amount of damage. The magical flaming skeletons, I believe, is what your magic missiles look like, or
Yep.
flaming skeleton heads.
Flaming skulls, yeah.
Bite into the target. Not down, still up, and it's their turn. So, got 2 targets, and she's going to target each of you as her arms kind of explode out. One turns into like a heavy maul heading towards the head of Scrimbleshanks. The other one turns into what looks like a trident or a 3-bladed fork going out towards Jenkins. So, Scrimbleshanks, what is your armor class?
It's
Probably
5.
good enough. So that's going to hit an AC of, let's see, 11 to 9, 8. It's only going to hit an 8, so probably missed it.
Misses me. Yay.
And I'm sure that's going to miss you too, Constant. Right, but yeah, so her arms have turned into weapons as she streaks out trying to hit either one of you. So, Galen, why don't you roll for the next round? And this time, we'll go into normal procedures. Is anyone casting this round?
Nope. Oh, we're going last. All equal.
Yeah, you are going last. Anyone casting this round?
Did the magic missile seem like it did anything?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
The most obvious thing is after those missiles tore through her form and then the form started healing over, she shrunk in size just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna hit her again with it.
Okay, so she goes first though. Okay, she's going to switch her attacks. That 3-forked thing that was shut off at Jenkins is going to kind of turn around and go for Radnar. That's one of her attacks.
Yeah, she's still attacking the
Oh,
ultra effective.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a crit, we're doing the full possible damage, right, of the weapon. So it's going to be.
Okay.
We haven't been normally, but if you want to say that's what happens with her, that's for you.
So you're going to take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, she spears you. Even though like it's formed out of her arm and her flesh, it feels as hard as iron as it pierces her side. The other one is going to still continue to try and hit Jenkins.
Wait. You described the three thing as going that was hitting Jenkins as going off to hit Radnor.
Oh yeah, the other way around. So like the mallet thing is coming to hit Jenkins, I should say.
So she's changed. Right. Okay.
Yeah, she's changed.
She's ignoring Scramble Shanks entirely. That makes sense.
So that's going to hit an AC of 4. What's your armor class, Jenkins?
My armor class, it is a good old fashioned simple 2.
You did improve it recently with that armor set, so
yeah. So if it's a 2, then she misses you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, so now magic missile again. Bill.
Okay. I thought I lost it if I got hit.
You did get hit. That's right.
Yeah,
So you're not able to get.
Right. I mean, I'll roll damage if you want me to, but
No, that's right. So you're not able to get the spell off because she interrupts your spell. Did you want to do something else?
The only other thing I could think of would be to throw a dagger at her, but Jenkins is right there. I mean, Scrimbleshanks is nearby.
That just means if you miss, it might hit one of your friends. That's all.
I don't want to hit Jenkins, so no, I'm gonna reassess things.
All right. So no one else had magic. Anyone else have missile that they want to do? Nope. Okay, melee. That brings us to Scrimbleshanks. Why don't you go ahead and?
I noticed that Radnor said he didn't want to hit Jenkins, but not Scrimbleshanks. So
no, I did mention Scrimbleshanks.
I know, but then you said I don't want to hit Jenkins, and that was it. End of sentence.
So he turns around and throws a dagger at Radnor.
I'm coming for you later, Radnor. Well, I mean, I'm not that effective, so it doesn't really matter. I swing at the lady with my long sword.
Okay.
My sword is definitely long. Hey! Yay! Coming up -1. I've rolled well. I'm not
okay.
2.
4 points of damage. Yeah. Again, you slash through her, and it's like it feels like flesh. It feels like your blade cuts into flesh, but there's no blood, and the wound kind of seals up afterwards. But you are seeing that like her limbs are getting a little bit more spindly every time that her torso is healed.
Hey,
so Jenkins.
No.
Hello. Fight murder time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's the greatsword. I forgot about using the greatsword. Oops. It's fine.
Ooh,
That's gonna miss.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Okay, that's fine.
And Galen.
I am not taking part in this fight, but I'm sort of pretending to join the others. I'm also looking around to see what the actions of the others are, particularly if anyone tries to go in to help or something.
Everybody thinks that it's a marvelous enactment going on. They're critiquing Scrimbleshanks' attack, saying, "I believe that the hero was supposed to hit this round."
So at the moment, I don't need to run interference, but I'm keeping an eye out just to see what's going on.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Why don't you roll me a d6? This is like a notice, so a 1 or a 2 for a demi-human.
And
okay.
Scrimbleshanks has barely managed to hit finally. Woo!
Bringing us to Jenkins, roll a d6 for your side as it's a new round. All right, they got a 3. Got a d6 coming, Constantine? Hey, Jenkins, drop us a d6. Is he frozen? Am I frozen?
No, you're doing okay, Bert.
No, he's not frozen.
Constantine is just not paying attention.
Aiden.
Woo!
Hey now.
Hi.
Roll a d6 for us.
Awesome.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay. Spells on your side. Anyone? You can do that magic missile now if you wanted to.
All right.
Well, he lost the spell, so I don't know.
I've got more.
Okay.
I'm an arsenal pretty much.
Yep.
All right.
He's someone you invite for revolutionary ideas.
Hmm.
I invited him.
Wow.
Not a great roll, but
You'd be
9
hard
points
pressed
of
to
damage.
roll words.
Hey, there are way worse.
All right.
Got
So
more
yeah,
damage
those
than I
magic
have.
missiles kind of burn through her form again, making her even shorter. She's about the size of our halfling now.
Haha! Perfect
So let's
times
get
for
to
me.
melee. Go ahead. Speaking of our halfling, go ahead and make your attack.
Maybe I can hit you now. You're the right size. That was the problem before. You see. Automatic hit. Woo! The crit. So are we doing?
So
max
yeah,
damage?
full possible damage that you could do. So the max
So
your
that's an
weapon
8.
plus.
That's
Okay.
8 damage.
All right. Yeah, that was. There's actually a reaction to this one. It's like you go in with a dagger. Your hand actually goes through the body a little bit. It's a little slower to heal. Jenkins.
Hey, look.
Hi.
It's a sword, not a dagger. I know I'm small, but
Great sword.
Is it that great?
It's
Oh,
the
that's
big
good.
sword.
Okay, that hits. So with the damage of 11, you cut her in half. And as you do so, like torso goes one direction, legs go the other direction, and for a moment, the two parts try to combine. Like you see tendrils coming out, then linking and pulling the two halves towards each other, but then it just kind of drops, and there's just this goop on the floor. You're standing above your slain foe, Jenkins, and your foot kind of steps in some of the goop. Make me a wisdom check, please.
Awesome. This is gonna be amazing.
Failure.
Failure. Okay. So the good part, Jenkins, increase. You have 3 points that you can increase your strength, your dex, or your con by.
Hmm?
You can just take 3 points. You can put one to each of those, or you can, however you want to divide it up, you can increase your strength, your dex, or your con. And you've got 3 points to do that with.
Okay.
That's the good part.
What's the bad part?
Well, the bad part comes into 2 forms. One, you now know exactly what they're here to do and why.
Ooh.
They're
Oh
here.
boy.
They're here to reach out for this this creature. Let me find its name again. Let me get to him here.
old tentacly face.
Yeah, old tentacle face. Zargon. Okay.
Mhm.
Zargon is a weapon. He is one of the remnants that was left behind in the last big god war. They're here to remind Zargon of what he is. He's kind of not all himself. So they're coming to retrieve a weapon. That's why they're down here.
I'm gonna tell him he's a sexy dragon.
The third part, however, is you have lost control of your Jenkins part. You want to go now and find Zargon and to become one with Zargon so that you can basically upload into the weapon its new orders.
Hey guys, I think we should all go to Zargon and we should kill ourselves for Zargon. That sounds amazing. Like honestly, I have this immense urge to kill myself for Zargon. That sounds fucking amazing, right guys? Like honestly, I should forget about my past life and go to Zargon.
I think you should. I think you should reconsider that.
I just have this really big urge to go to Zargon, guys. I know, like, some small part of me tells me this is a horrid idea, but that small part's a bad part. That should go away. That part is a part of me that's the old part. I should go to Zargon and befriend him.
Yeah, this is absolutely fine. So, like, the Jenkins kind of thought pattern is still there, but you now have a mission.
I have a mission. I have a goal. It's absolutely. I have reduced my brain cells from 0 to -1. I'm so happy.
Yay! The bad guy was defeated! Yay! Just leaving
Yeah.
all the others and cheering around.
They go back to putting out their wine and looking for bottles that may have escaped destruction, so that the party might continue. So we'll stop it there. So Jenkins, you know why they're here. You also want to achieve this goal, but that isn't removing agency from you. Like, you have this goal, you want to do this, but you can still play your character otherwise. But we'll see how this ends up.
Can my character say that he wants to do it for his own dumb reason?
Yeah, absolutely.
He wants to try and take over the weapon.
Yeah.
He wants to become the weapon. He wants to remove that weapon, become it. It's probably not going to work in retrospect, but I don't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, go for it.
Ride it like a Megazord.
Yes, I'm gonna use it like a mech.
Hey, if we didn't have dumb ideas we tried, we wouldn't be doing anything at all.
No, that's fair.
I wouldn't have any ideas. Yeah.
I'm gonna use this nuclear bomb as a fucking mech. I don't care.
Yep.
We never would have defeated the Colossus in France.
This is true. Let's go ahead and end it there then, guys. Richard, tell us all about your own stream.
Hey, I'm Richard, and if you want to watch me playing Starfield, because that is the only game that I will be playing for, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe, I don't know, then you can watch me playing it here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR, or, say it with me now, Limited Time Offer. No vowels.
We're terrible at that. James, tell us all about your blog.
Yeah, I have a blog. It's pretty quiet at the moment because I just haven't been. I've been busy watching Richard play Starfield, so I haven't had time to do anything else. That's all his fault.
So for some reason, there's your trigger. Here it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, and if you found us, you know where we are, twitch.tv/Steam Still Murder, but check out our site, BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's many years of podcasting goodness on there, as well as all of our social media links. Bill, you got anything going on with the frogs?
I do. I am going to start very soon a Cults of the Sundered Kingdoms campaign, probably on Wednesday nights. It's kind of a collection of smaller adventures, so you don't have to make a huge time commitment, but if you're interested, hit me up.
Cool. And as usual, I do not believe that Constantine has anything he wants to plug. We'll take that as a no.
Sounds like a no.
All right. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
everybody.